One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the first possession of the game. The battle for Los Angeles, two spectacular uniforms, awesome backdrop, and the battle for the victory bell, guys.
I was going to say, Reese, aesthetically, this is one of my favorite games of the year. I love when both schools wear their home unis, and they're traditional. They haven't changed very much over the years. This game's just fun to watch in every sense of the word.
Fun for the fans, too, because they don't have to go anywhere. And you know what else is always cool? You tune to this game late in the season, what do you get? Great weather, too. I mean, it makes me jealous every year watching this football.
From the gun, the ground game. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Historically, the Trojans have been the powerhouse in this rivalry, but last season it was UCLA in a blowout.
And that is not something USC is accustomed to. They want to own this rivalry. They think they own UCLA. They will have some extra fire behind them today.
Yeah, and that UCLA blowout last year really helped the Bruins in recruiting, too. Remember, these two schools, they recruit the same kids here in Los Angeles, in the state of California, and nationally as well. It would be massive if UCLA could beat USC again and make it back-to-back.
This offense has a second down play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that...
Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last kick.
And the Bruins moving quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
The back goes in motion. Back to the air one more time. Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to get the first through the air. Intercepted. Looking for more room.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
The Trojans are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Trying to get to it. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Here's the handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed. And now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Number 46, set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. A shot toward the end zone, and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Feeling some heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Bruins get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on your quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Garbers. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll go to the toss. Twist his way through. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Now they'll run it on the toss. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Trojans have moved it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Quarterback moving. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the toss to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 4 to Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the Bruins will punt this one away.
Number 45 in punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply, we are more physical than you.
He wants to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Trojans.
Number 1.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw. It's Garbers. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dialing up a second down pass play. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bruins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He uncorks a bullet to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, USC. And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive. So C, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged on the outside. It's Sturdivant. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. He'll come through on third down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Firing toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got it behind the line. It's Harden. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for room. It's O'Neal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No, Moss. Get it together.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. To the air, it's Moss. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13.
Yeah, you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And the punishment has been extended. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell. And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant, "Fight on," at the end of this game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. They're trailing by 11 to Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Garbers. Got his man quickly. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
USC offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Gain of 1. 2nd down coming up.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Dropping back, it's Fox. Lets it fly. He's got it. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Trying to turn the corner on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the stomping has commenced. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to throw, it's Garbers. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sturdivant.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Hudson. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.